Hey everybody, welcome back. It's a shame that just looking at vanguards can crash a person, but again, I was farming chocolates for like 40 minutes before I started streaming, but that's here nor there. In the past stream, we were talking about and going over what vanguards could potentially be viable for Dragon Arc Tenshou. Tenshou is a monster type. He's weak to water and darkness, preferably darkness, and water is still viable. Okay, so we made it to Shibata. I don't even know what Shibata has. I have a one scroll Shibata. You got hyper kick, which is I'm pretty sure she dodges mountain. Oh, this looks dark. Insight. I don't know what that means. An attack bonus. For 20 seconds, all allies within the area receive a 30% attack buff. However, SP consumption is increased. Okay, I didn't know she had that. Curse Black Cat. Here we go. We're going to get our vanguards that are strong to monster, and we're just going to spam Curse Black Cat. It's going to be OD. It's going to be amazing, and we're not going to do that. Maybe it's OP. I don't know. It's dark, but it's not. It has a dark symbol, but it's not actually dark. Yeah, she's just fully mountain. It's not even worth mentioning. Okay, Lancelot. Lancelot is one of the best rain monster type, so use her at your own peril. She doesn't really have that much advantage in this situation. Graceful Autumn, same thing. Weak to monster. Gawain, strong to monster, but she's fire and holy, so she has no advantage on Tenshou whatsoever. Tristan is weak to monster. Kenshin is strong to monster, but she only has ice. So Kenshin would be like more viable against Gakaho and not Tenshou. But she is strong to monster. Taga to Shinden, strong to monster. I don't know what he does. I've never looked at any. What is this? Allows you to change from forest technique to fire technique for 20 seconds, also changing elemental attributes. So you change to fire, change to mountain. What happened to my mic? I think it just came out of the slot a little bit. Thank you. And you can change to wind. You can change to... Oh, it's just a stronger version of it? Forest to fire. Yeah, so he's fire, wind, mountain. Okay, whatever. Sanzo, I don't think... She's holy anyway. She is strong to monster, but she's holy. Tenshou. Or Ho-Oh is holy fire, whatever. She's weak to holy. Or monster. Monojaku is strong to monster, but all you have is mountain and impact, so that we're not going to talk about that. 6 is strong to monster. She has, that's 6 and 99, whatever. Riku is strong to monster. She could work. It depends how much the Dragon Arc resists your shit. She could be viable. I don't know. It's going to come down to practice, but she is strong to monster. She's kind of like a foil to Honda in that regard. Thunder and Mountain. He is strong to lightning and strong to mountain. We'll have to see how much it gets resisted, but I mean, if you have Riku and she's your best bet, maybe it'll work. Riku only has, however, Thunder and Mountain. Sugamo, also strong to monster. Sugamo's main claim to fame is fire, ice, and lightning, and a bunch of pierce. She doesn't really have the tools necessary to fight Tenshou. She beats the shit out of Gagaho, though. If ice is neutral enough and you can build for it, maybe she can do damage. But I wouldn't count on it. Does she give you fire in her substats? She does. And she gives you ice. Negative mountain, negative rain. Okay. She does give you a resistance to fire damage. Interesting. She could be a clutch pick because her ice does caps. Like it's like collapsing blade of ice. It's nice. Medatoshi is neutral to monster. So, but he's not weak to wind, nor is he weak to thunder. So, there's that. Butler Moroku, strong to monster. Here you go. Do that rain damage. Nobody has you. Inochio, weak to monster. Shame. Although she would only be lightning. Keiji, strong to monster. Here is a weird point of contention. Keiji just does things. Keiji could be a magic vanguard. We could go in there with the wind weapon or the mountain weapon, and they might perform well. They might perform neutral enough to work. Because of Keiji's typing advantage, it might be enough to put her over the edge. Honest to God. If you have Kagia, congratulations. Maybe this will work. You might be able to just do damage. Who knows? As long as you're not doing like 1 mil a tick with Kagia, it probably is lucrative. Because you do get that insta-charge right away, and that could be advantageous to you. Shikibu is probably my Vanguard of choice in this situation. She's strong to Soul, Monster, Spectre, only weak to Beast. She is strong to Monster type, and she has Dark Ice moves, which is really nice. Maybe so. Hey, Hell Karma. Oh, I said the Kagia button. But I'm probably going to be going with Shikibu in this fight. She is strong. All of Shikibu's moves, for the most part, are Ice Dark. She does have Ice Dark there. This is a Fire Dark move. All her moves are Dark and something. She has Dark Rain, actually. She does have Rapid Torrent, which is basically 1 damage cap. It's just cap of Dark Rain. So it'll probably be super effective, and she can attack from range. So that is pretty cool. Glacial Memory is Teleport, but basically all her moves are Dark Ice, so I'm probably going to go in there using a Dark New Moon or something double ornamented with Darkness, a Dark Chiami of some sorts, and then 2 Kotonoa mags for defense, because the Kotonoas are going to grant me Ice, which then powers up my my skills, because they're part Ice, part Dark, and then plus a Dark New Moon or whatever I have access to. That's probably what I'm going to use is Shikibu. For the most part. As for her actual skills, she does have a mountain one. I'm not using that. I'm not using the wind one. Golden Radiance is iframe City. It's the big cannon that you charge up, and it's what I kill the horses with. Like, she goes, mommy, 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 whatever, and she kills the shit out of them. It's really good. I'm probably going to just be spamming Golden Radiance. Creation is strong, the big ball of death. However, considering reading the room, it's probably not good to use it because people are going to crash like fucking crazy. But if it caps every tick, that's something they're going to have to put up with. But hopefully I'll be sticking to Golden Radiance as the laser beam is less laggy and it's more damage in a concentrated manner. So hopefully Shikibu will pull up the rear for my runs. Battle Maiden Shizuka, I believe, is weak to monster, so that's not even an option. Honda, weak to monster. Honda is strong to soul. Spectre Beast is just monster she's not good on. I will still try Honda. I will try to see if she's going to be viable, if the attack mode cannons are enough. But if the struggle of keeping her alive, and if she dies incredibly quickly due to the Perningolin fish, or just stray wind blasts, or whatever have you, if attack mode is not even accessible, then she won't be an option. That's why I'm kind of gearing more towards Shikibu this time around than Honda. Ono Kamachi, weak to monster. Genbu is neutral to monster, and Genbu is actually very well typed for this boss fight. Back in the day, we did use Genbu a fair amount. I did use Genbu a lot against Tenshou. Genbu does have Rain and Darkness. That's her entire kit. She has like Swamp Slug, she has Departed Souls that like follow in the air, Tortoise Trample. Although her best move, in my opinion, is Almighty Splash. It's the swimsuit move. It's actually really good. It's very strong. You spin around, it's like cap, 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 cap. It's a pretty nice move. And it does increase drop rates and stuff, so if you kill it with that, maybe you get some drops, but that's the least of your worries. She does have, like, all her moves are Rain and Dark, so she just like works on it. She just has what she needs. The Ougies as well. Sinister Splatter. Big Attack. They're all Water Dark. This one's just pure water. The Tortoise Tsunami. It's a pretty good Ougie, actually, if you want to build for Rain. And one of the best things about building for Rain for Tenshou is that you're not, unless you're like Rain negative fire, like whatever, but if you can build Rain and not have negative fire and not have negative holy, that's a very good avenue to approach, because then you don't die as much. But there are no real mags that are like Rain, Holy, or whatever. My Vanguard list is longer than your inventory. My Vanguard list is 57. The other day, me and Eva were playing. We did horse runs, and I said, "Oh, we're gonna do roulette." And we just put it in a random number generator, and that's the vanguard we used for horses. It was a lot of fun. I brought like Wolf King Kagia and stuff. Like it was funny. Wolf King Kagia is interesting. I wonder how she's gonna play into this. But yeah, I have 57 vanguard slots. Like vanguard's activated, 57. Ode to Spirits. She's got a lot of moves actually, but you'll figure out what works, what doesn't work. Wolf King Kagia, are you strong to monster? You are neutral to monster, which means you're viable. Wolf King Kagia is a viable vanguard. Right, Fuse Bear does give rain and it does not give negative fire. You are correct. However, I don't have Fuse Bear. Not many people have Fuse Bear. And it guts your SP. But yes, it is a good option to consider. Am I going to use Ibis? No, I have like a 2-scroll Ibis. So she gives 100 fire, negative rain. She's negative holy. She's going to get swatted. Just plah! Because she's neutral, she's going to get smacked. She'll have a shit ton of dark and a shit ton of fire, so she will resist the shit out of them. But it depends how much you resist. Like if you use Kodo Mags or something, you might be able to get a resistance in her there or not. 30% attack on swap. You can stay back and shoot missiles, but I'm pretty sure your teammates will scream at you if you shoot missiles in Tenshou, which is already incredibly laggy for the 90% of players who are on PS4. We have to consider that. Now, if you can get in a PS5 party, we have a whole different... You just do whatever the fuck you want. So long as people are courteous, and if someone crashes, you wait before you kill the boss, that's the best approach to purgatories for even Lucifer. Like, if someone crashes, and they're able to rejoin the dungeon, because that's a new invention we have, take advantage of it. It's probably best if you notice, like, always watch your party members in the run, like their names on the side of your screen. And if you notice someone leaves, don't kill the boss. And sometimes accidents happen, but that's one of the areas where common courtesy is expected. If someone DCs or crashes, let them come back. If it means you die and the boss is at 1 health, who cares? They're going to come back. They're going to res potion somebody, the main DPS, whatever. They're going to get up. You kill the boss. Everyone gets their treasures. You're in, you're out. It's all about energy maximization and getting the run. If you know, like, who cares if it's like it goes from a 6-minute run to an 8-minute run because you got everyone out of there? That's the main goal. It's everyone gets out alive with their stuff. So, like, keep that in mind and try to be party conscious at all times, which running in a party chat is helpful because you usually hear, fuck, I can't move. And then that means, oh shit, we got to wait for them to come back. But most people are pretty courteous for that. So that's great and that's awesome. And that's a good thing as a community for us to go to do. Wildcat Momotaro, I don't know what he is. He is not strong to monster type. He is dark and lightning. He could be viable. Ratty once killed Purg and Oni mode Lucy after they DC'd, and he never joined back. I don't blame him. I mean, it shit happens, right? Oh, my stream ended. I have to get a new one. And I mean, and stuff does happen. That's expected. I mean, and especially with Oni mode. Like, Hell mode, it's like, okay, whatever, let's just pretend you DC'd, like, shit happens. But in Oni mode, you only get those 3 runs. Don't fuck that up. You guys know how I feel about sloppy seconds and people only doing 2 runs, 3 runs. Like, work as a team, do it together. Anyway, Luna Stages, not neutral to nothing. Ibis is strong to monster. She is fire and dark. If you do have an invested Ibis, feel free to use her. I don't know anything about Ibis. I know she has 1 Ougie where she flies up in the air with 1 black wing and shoots the shit out of things. Wearing the wings of the abyss, fires a ray of light from the left shoulder smeared in blood. I think it's Crimson Blast. It's pretty good. 4,800 skill force. 6,918 skill force. My bad. You get it at level 100. You don't need multiple scrolls. Just spam the shit out of Crimson Blast. I don't know if it's invincible or not, but it is a dark fire Ougie that does damage. If you do have Ibis and she works, do it. But, you know, just use what's best available to you or whatever we as a community just find that works. It could be 5 kgs going in there. We don't know. Asuka. She is strong to monster type. She's strong to 3 things and only weak to beast. I don't know what she does. I don't know. All I know is she goes ada all the time. But she looks like she's fire. She looks like she's fire. She looks like she's fire and lightning. Fire and lightning and wind. Is this dark? Fire and wind. I don't think she's viable. No, she's not viable at all. Chihiro, I don't know what Chihiro does. Chihiro is weak to monsters, so I don't even think it's viable. Chihiro has thunder. Chihiro has thunder. Chihiro has thunder. How much coins is it for cat friendships? What? 3,000. I don't know what you mean by coins for friendships. I don't know. Like, to buy OC off a player? 3,000 friendship items to max out a character? Would be 3,000 OC, because it's 1 OC per friendship item. I don't know if that's what you're asking, but that's the answer I'm giving. I don't think she has dark or anything. No, but she's not really an option here. Guests. Ichiko is strong to monster. I do not have Ichiko, but Ichiko is dark, fire, strong to monster. She could be viable. She might do a lot of damage with that move, Shorenking. It's like, Ichiko has a lot of cool tricks. If you're someone with Ichiko, she might be your vanguard of choice in this situation. If you have Akane, Summer Akane, she's probably going to be really good. She's a water vanguard, strong to monster. She's fire, water, wind for like all her moves. If you keep doing spin, and then iframes. Volleyball bomber. Does she not have the spin? Tornado blade. There it is. I love that spin. You just spam like Akane-chan, Summer, tornado blade. You're gonna be good. Yes. Yeah. If someone wanted to buy friendship items, it's 1 OC. It's like 10 cents per friendship item. Therefore, if you wanted a stack, 9,000 or 999, let's say, it would be like $100. Like, I'll do it, but I ain't buying it. I'll sell them to you. I'll financially advise against this. I'll tell you to go to the islands, but go for it. But yeah, Akane, Summer Akane, if someone has some scrolls of her, she could be viable. She's a rain vanguard. She's good to monster. I don't think she's negative. She has no negative elements, so she could be viable. If someone has her. I don't know anyone that uses her or really has her, but she's on the table. Regular Akane, strong to monster. She's fire and wind. Don't do this to yourself. And then Zenko is strong to monster, but Zenko is holy wind. I mean, if the Mochi Death is strong enough to do damage, go for it, but I don't know how that's going to play out for you. But if it's the best thing you have, then use it. But her being holy doesn't really justify being the monster type advantage. Or you could summon Kiritan. If you have summon Kiritan, you might be able to use dark damage on summon Kiritan. That could be an option. Piercing winds. Yeah. Summon Kiritan. Summon Kiritan, she'll do dark and wind damage. Maybe that's viable. Maybe. I don't know. I don't even know what that does. I'm gonna put it on. Sure. Absolutely. Does she have any Ougies that summon Kiritan? I don't know. I don't know anything about Zenko. I don't know anything about this child. Sun to Excalibur? Sounds bet. Where do people get the Revolution recipe? There's going to be a big Todaiki you talk to, and you just exchange your treasures for the recipe. There is also a chance in Oni mode, if you clear it with a B or plus, there is a chance to get a Revolutions recipe from a run. Last cycle, we did Purgatory Oni mode 13 out of the 14 available days, and Lyra got a staff recipe from Reward, and I know another guy, Jalton Itachi, he managed to get the sword recipe. It's random, so And in the grand scheme of things, in my honest opinion, you got a Void recipe before? Nice. I have gotten the Void Mag recipe. I've gotten the Mag recipe from Sleet. That's what I've gotten from Oni modes. But in my opinion, like, don't do Oni mode for the medals. Like, the chances of you getting your own recipe are very slim. Like, if you guys remember farming Tempest recipes at all, like, it's if you get a recipe to drop, it is then divided by 9 to determine if it is in fact your recipe. Because it's like, hey, you're a sword user. If a recipe does show up, 1, there's a chance it's the mag recipe. And then 8, it's a chance that it's every other weapon recipe. So even if you did get like a 1% chance drop for that recipe to proc, the chances of it being your own are like 0.10% of like, it's like 9% of the 1% chance that it's your own. Like, don't bank on it. If you get it, great. If it happens, you win the lottery. Go buy some tickets, but don't bank on it. Be prepared to do the 9,000 treasures. A lot of the people I ran Lucifer with this past month, or last month, I met a lot of nice people, ran with a lot of cool people. The friendships grew. We ran, talked to a lot of people, and a lot of these people got like 20,000 medals. Like, comparatively speaking, compared to rolling, purgatories are very, very, very cheap. Like, for me, Honda was 10,000 OC. To get a purgatory is like $100, $200, $250, $300. Like, it's kind of steep if you hear it and you think about it, but like, comparably speaking, compared to rolling or compared to making a Kotonoa Meg or whatever endeavors you're usually doing for restores or buying things from other players, it's kind of shallow and it makes it very appealing. I fully recommend this weapon if you can get into a party, if you can beat it, if you can have fun and get through it all. It's definitely worth the trouble. Revolutions are amazing. They give like 30% attack, they give you critical, they give you element, they give you defense when you go under half. They're very, very, very powerful weapons. In PC's heyday, they were the strongest weapons available at the time. I highly recommend them. And I was mentioning this earlier, if you did end up getting, Judgment Cross, which is actually really appealing to me. If I make the revolution, or when I make the revolution, I'm going to fucking put my foot down. When I make the revolution, Tenshou, I'm going to put Judgment Cross on it, because I fully maxed out Judgment Cross fighting chocolates. I got it to 70, and it's 4,969 skill force. It's Sublime level. When I fight the white Tiamats, if for those that watch the streams, you'll see that I'll hit like 10 million a tick. It's like, bam, 100 mil, bam, 100 mil, and then it's healing me with Chiami. Such a good move. It doesn't have invincibility frames, but if you use it right, when this thing works, it works really good. And having that on a Tenshou, that's going to be sick. It's going to be amazing. Because you can use a Tenshou with like 2 Kotonoas and then a Mod Mag or something. Something that grants you Holy, and you can have the defense, you can have your cake, you can eat it too, you can get all the multipliers, and just pump out a shit ton of damage. Because I'll be able to have both. Like it all depends on what the base Ougie that it comes with is. I hear they're kind of bad. I hear they're kind of good. I've heard different mixed things. But there's tons of options to build for it. You can put the Purgatory Ougie that it has. You can put Judgment Cross. You can put Slalom. You can put lots of options. Lots of fire options. Your Fire Sublimes. Your Holy Sublimes. Spirit Blast Sublime. Enma Slash Sublime, Holy Pillar Sublime if you're staff, Bright Homing Sublime, it goes on and on. Basically, my weapon would literally be triple Lance of Flames, Judgment Cross, and the Tenshou Ougie, the Purg Ougie. Depends what's better. If the Purg Ougie is weaker than the one it naturally comes with, then I'll use the natural one, but from what I've seen, most people take off the base Ougie. If it's available. I know that some people that are like, they don't have rain on the Osame, they leave it there because it's like, well, I don't have rain skills. What do we put there? Anyway. It's going to be hype. There's going to be lots of streams, lots of running. If we have room, like, just like Lucifer, I'm going to put this out there. If we start running this and me and the boys or whoever I'm running with, You know, the girls too. If whoever we're running with, we start capping, we start busting Tenshou's cheeks, and we got room in the party, don't hesitate to come in. If you just want your Ougie or you want to experience it or whatever. Last time with Tenshou, we kind of made it like a festival. Like, lots of times I'd be running. Now, I did have Honda. I was very self-sufficient. But if things go really well and there's room in the party and you want to get 1,000 medals, say, hey, I'm coming. I just want my Ougie. Let's get 25 runs in. You guys are running like crazy. Hop on in. Great. By the time I get my recipe, we could get like 20 people their Ougie if room permits, and depends how the runs go. All I ask is you know, bring them out, maybe kite once in a while. Leviathan's actually a good option here. I didn't mention mount viability. However, Leviathan does do good damage to Tenshou in my experience. Again, Collapsing Blade, Everlasting Gale are very, very good options that every player... Well, Collapsing Blade is something that every player has access to. Bow users have Collapsing Blade, Aqua Needle, Water Dragon, Sublime, Tidal Wave Sublime. There's a lot more options that are just not just Vanguard options, but they are to be considered. There's a lot to do. Assists. Some assists can give you Ice Element. I mean, Ice doesn't help us. None of the assists give us Darkness or Rain, I don't think, sadly. They give Ice, they give Wind. I think people that use Keratin use her because she's tanky as hell and doesn't really die. That's an option. I think if you have a built Gargoyle, she could be effective because she could give you extra Fire Element, which in fact powers up your defense against Tenshou's Onslaught. I don't think any of them give you Holy, so that's not on the table. Lucifer could give Holy. I don't even know what Lucifer does. Actually, I don't even think I gave her some attacks, but I don't... Griever Holy? What's that? Does Lucifer give Holy? That's pretty cool. Where's that at? Griever attack. Griever Holy. Lucifer can grant the player 60 Holy to help circumvent a Knowledge Mag. If you want to keep bringing her with you, and if she's thick enough, and God knows she is, to take a hit or two. She could be an option as an assist character, if you do have Lucifer. To give the player Holy to use defensively. It would be really interesting. I don't think she has any other... She has Shield. What's that? She does have Shield if you raise her to 150. If you get her to 60, she can increase the player's defense by 20%. The 150 is 45% defense. That's fucking cracked, yo. Cutter is cooldown. Stamina is stamina reduction. Also, if you get hit by Tenshou's attacks, your stamina gets reduced. So try not to block that much, and try not to move by rolling in this dungeon. Try to move by attacking, by walking. Do not try to evade to move. Only evade when necessary, because stamina gets shot in this dungeon. That's another tip I remembered in a flashback of trauma. Whew. And she has a summertime splash attack. Yeah. Anyway, but that's just an option. Lucifer does give you a holy buff, so if you want to bring an assist character, you have her lying around. Maybe on the weekend you want to farm some tickets, get her leveled up, and maybe you can use her to give you defense and give you holy to defend against Tenshou's onslaught. If I would have known that, I would have actually built her up and used her for that, because a holy buff is really wild. Especially for those who don't have Frozen Hell, things like that. Okay. Does anyone remember the chain? Like, what beats what? Because, like, isn't S neutral to everything? Like, S-type, Spectre type is neutral, and then, like... Or maybe Soul was neutral, but Beast beats Monster, Monster beats Beast. Like, there's a triangle. I don't remember how it goes for mounts. I'm apologizing. I don't know. But he's a Monster type. I don't know what beats Monster. Leviathan is SL. She uses Rain. It's pretty good. Imagine getting out DPS by an assist partner. It happened to me yesterday. I'll tell you a story, Lays. It actually happened. I had to get carried by my assist last night. Okay? I'm doing crazy capital. And I'm running on hell mode. And my dumbass doesn't repair. I kill a big Daruma, my revolt breaks. I'm running with the glow sticks that give you more drops at the end. Like if you do Crazy Capital and you're using like the Satan or the Jackie or any of those glow sticks as weapons, if you have 2 of them on you, basically, you'd run with a DPS weapon, the 2 glow sticks, and a staff to give you Rapid Storm or whatever, Meditation Medi Rapid. Basically, you get 20 extra drops at the end of the run from rewards, and my weapon broke. My staff, all I had was R1, and I couldn't kill the mobs. And I gave my Satan new attack moves because I haven't used her in a while. Satan comes over. She's got her pink dress on. She brings out her 2 Satan arms. Her big guns come out. She starts slapping 400k, 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 and she's carrying me through the dungeon. I'm literally walking up to mobs, R1ing them, and Satan's like, I got this. And I had to get carried by Satan until my Vanguard gauge filled up, and then I cure in the dungeon. And then I had to fill up again at the boss. But it does happen. It does pay to have attacks on an assist and build them. But that happened to me. The more you know, that happened to me the other day. I kid you not. That did happen to me. I mean, Keratin's really strong. She clears a dungeon. If I had a stronger weapon on my Owie, she could just icicle punishment the whole dungeon for me. It'd be fine. But I didn't have that set up. But yeah, it happens. It's I'm not proud of it, but it happens. Yeah. So I'm not familiar with how what types beat what. Monster, spirit, beast. I don't remember anymore, but I know that Leviathan does decent damage. If someone can figure it out, let me know. But I know that 1 is neutral to everything, and then is there a section on mounts on the Onigiri wiki page? Or I don't even know. I'm going to look this up. I'm not going to leave this open-ended. I'm going to look this up right now, because I should know this. It's been so much vanguarding and not mounting that I don't know. Onigiri mounts. No, not PSR. What mounts? Search, please. Okay. Onigiri mounts. Partner system mounts. Maybe it's on the wiki. Maybe. Control F. Mounts. Okay, mount parameters. It doesn't even have Leviathan. Mount. Brownie is on here. Sister. No, I want to know if the typings are good on. Wiki, help me out. Doesn't really say. What if I click on Fujin? Does Fujin have a page? Oh, he's a boss. I don't know. I don't think I can find it so easily on the wiki. Hey, there's a video from me how to get a free Vanguard or mount from Gala. Yeah, Honda skills. You gotta like double tap like Purple Lightning. You gotta like click and then click again. There's not much I can see about mounts in Onigiri. Anyway, I'm not gonna dwell on it. If it works, it works. Let me know. But basically, mounts are like a last resort kind of deal. Okay, so yes, Purg's coming. I'm excited. My friends are excited. It's something to do. In the meantime, if Purgatory is not your bag, or you've been farming chocolates and whatever, I mean mount types, yeah, like they have a type effectiveness. Karma, mounts, like originally when they dropped, I remember there was a graphic where like, let's say monster beat beast and beast beat S and S beats monster. I don't remember the graphic. I don't remember how it went because it's usually like, well, this Vanguard has this mountain has this element, so I'm using it on that guy or whatever. But there used to be a graphic on the types. Like we know what type things are, but I don't know what they do. Revolution weapon? No, it does not. I don't know. I do not know what revolutions take. I have no idea. I am even if it's like 9 heavens, it's like a joke. I don't think it's going to be as crazy as the Lucifer weapon was to make with 8 L sins. If it is 9 heavens, that's a joke. I can check the wiki. They might know, actually. Onigiri Revolution. Uryu Cloud Cleaver Revolution. Okay, revolutions. It's all Japanese. I can't read this. It's all Japanese. I don't know what it takes. It's a sword. It's just a bunch of data. Crit damage, physical defense, magical defense, slice, water, electric, negatives or positives, and then negative fire, negative thrust. Okay. Negative crit, skill ID. This is a bunch of data mine shit. It doesn't say the recipe. That kind of sucks. This is the same page. I don't think it's Mr. Star. You think it's 9 heavens? Oh, that's fine. But it's not him, at least that I know of. It is another person that has the Abyss. I've seen it. They don't post the full recipe, though. They just post the, what they are. They just post, like, I've seen the recipe, but not what it entailed. I'm scouring the wiki looking for anything that says revolutions. It's only that one, and it's just data mined. That's annoying. Okay. Ooh, Summit Magatama Revolution is here. Let's go. They're all just data mines. Okay. Well, I can see what the mag does. Like I talked about it earlier, but I can look at it. It's non-bizarrable link. It's a purity 11, so you can do like inevitable last stand 3, 50 chakra base, 4,200 defense at grade 0. The Tenshou or basically this is the Gakaho mag, but they're all the same. Just swap the elements around. So the Magatama is 150 rank 4 skill force at all times, and then it's 200. And then if you have 2 for Tenshou, we're going to say it's 200 fire, you get 2,000 attack. If you have 200 and I thought it was 180. It's 230. Jesus Christ. If you have 230 fire element, you get a damage multiplier of 10%. And then if you have 200 holy element, you'll get 2,000 attack. And then 230, you'll get a damage multiplier. Like, holy shit, you have to have the elements. That's insane. And then it says it gives you 60 fire, 60 holy, 10% max HP, negative 100 rain, and negative 100 darkness, and then negative SP reduction, so your skills cost more SP, and increases durability consumption by 50%. God damn. Their element is a lot. I thought it was 180, but no, it's like 230. Like, basically, in order to use these mags, you would have to have... Now, they are 50 chakras, so you could, like, re-roll until you got, like, triple heavenly that helps out your element. Like, because that would put you at 56, which would be tolerable. Yeah, these are essentially like double mod mags, but they take a shit ton. Mods are 180 you need or something like that. But these are 50 more than a mod. You have to be damn near capped element to use them. So basically, if you had 3 of them, if you had 3 of these mags, let's just say, that would put a player at 180 element. And then you would have to be using something like either a weapon that gives you that element. Like if you had the weapon, you'd have nothing to worry about. If you had the weapon and you had 2 of these mags, so that's 120 plus another 100, you'd be at 220. And then, so if you have the weapon plus 2 of these mags plus like a Kota Noa or like, let's say, a Chiami ornamented fire holy, you'd be set. You'd have full damage multipliers. You'd have like 4 damage multipliers, and that'd be a pretty solid build. 2 of these big mags, because you're doing multi-hit, you're doing damage multipliers. Fire holy Chiami, and then a baby mag, whatever fits. That'd be great. Or if you ornament them to have fire and holy from heavenly, or even a single roll of... No, you can't do maze and crosswise because they don't give you fire and holy together. Have you tried any of your prodigals or damage cap mags with Honda? I've done the mod with Honda once, yeah. Like with Frozen Hells, I'll use Honda with a mod. Like I have one build where it's Frozen Hell, mod mag, and then baby mod mag, and I have like 5 damage multipliers. It's my holy build essentially. I use that with the Revolution or the Revolt. And yeah, she gets multipliers, but it's kind of like whatever. Am I gonna try to do the mags or the weapon first? Weapon first. Weapon first. Tenshou is not that big for me in terms of the damage multiplier mags. Yes, they would be really good, but I'm more interested in the Aosame. The Aosame to me is like I'm no-lifing this dungeon. If you give me water and electric multipliers, for 1, that's Honda multipliers, and 2, that's Water Dragon at its peak level of damage. Yeah, Honda breaks cap. Like it's not really breaking cap so much as she's doing 9999999 plus a multiplier occurred, so I'm doing 11. Like it's different on Honda. When Honda is someone who already caps with everything, the multipliers don't really amount to that much. The multipliers really matter like when you're going from, let's say you're doing 5 million a tick with a move, and then you get multipliers, and now your move's doing 5, 7, 5, 7. Like if you're doing 7 mils, if it changes it from you doing 5 mils to 9 mils, you have a different conundrum. You just doubled your damage. But when you're doing 9 mils and you go to 12 or you go to 14, it's like, Okay, I was already doing 9s. Like, it's nice. 14 is actually fucking huge. But the 12, the single, is not that much. It depends on your perspective. Like, if you're doing half a damage cap to 3/4, like, it's all the same numbers, but it just hits different depending on where you are. Like, it's very minuscule on a character like Honda, but it's fucking huge on Riku. If you have Ausame Mags with Riku, who walks up to something, proto-detonator, I'm hitting you 63 times, and you add, like, let's say you get half of those to proc. You get an extra 60 million damage just because of the mags you're wearing? Beautiful. The same thing. You have Ausame Mags, you're using Sugamo, who does get a lightning bonus, and you just start spamming all of her bullets that do like 100 hits in like 10 seconds, you're getting so much damage. Like, the Ausames, in my opinion, are like just amazing. But then on the other side, you have the Gakuho ones, which are 100% synergistic with Keiji, because Keiji's all weapon is Mountain Wind. Keiji has a wind weapon. Keiji has a mountain weapon. And it's a shit ton of damage cap, and it's a shit ton of multi-hit. Boom, 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 boom. Like, rev up those engines, because we're going to town. But yeah, like, I personally love these mags, but it's such a huge endeavor. It's not as huge as making an Abyss. It's definitely doable. It's just you have to wait on so many cycles. You have to grab every mag that comes around when it does. You have to grab your weapon recipe, grab all the mags, do whatever you can. You have to grab the big mag no matter what, the little mag no matter what, and then the medium mag. Because you need 3 baby mags, which you can only get once per unless you luckily get one on normal. Then you have to get 2 hard mags, or the middle mag, and then maybe you get one on hard. And then the big one can only drop on Hell. I did so many runs of Lucifer Hell, I never saw a punishment mag myself. Some of my friends have gotten 3. It all depends on RNG. But we're talking about Tenshou Purgatory. Tenshou is coming tonight. We're getting an update soon. 5 or 6 hours from now, there's going to be an update, so use your energy, do all your stuff. Like, so on. But yeah, I recommend anybody in the ballpark for 133. This is the weapon. This is a weapon for you. It's awesome. It's a fire weapon, a holy weapon. Again, if you've gotten Judgment Cross, your class has decent fire. I know Axe players, well, they have Judgment Cross. They have Inferno Crave Sublime. It's a pretty strong attack. Slalom, Revolving Blast Sublime for a spear. Lance of Flames. Wand users love their fire. Bright Homing. Bright Homing be fucking cracked. Don't even get me started. Revolution's Wand, Bright Homing, be crazy. Le Tenshou 133. Tenshou Purgatory. 133 weapon. But I'm going to say right now, Wand users are going to be pretty dope. Bright Homing and Bright Homing Sublime with like double multipliers? Hello? Wands love, like, you could have like Bright Homing 7 double fireball and you're just vibing. Or even Fireball 7 double Bright Homing, so you can go Bright Homing, like, that'd be insane. What does Revolution Blast Sublime look like? Revolution. Revolving, I can show you. It's pretty good, actually. It's one of our best sublimes, just seldomly used. Attack rate. Yeah, it might. Bright Homing could be OP. That's like 80 cooldown and I'm holding L1. It hits like 7 times. And the last hit's like always cap. Shit.